Hi everybody, welcome to the Baguette Investor channel for a new video. Today I'm doing screening with you. It's not really a tutorial, it's just me screening with you and having some fun with the screener. We're gonna ask the question, is money getting in or out of the technology sector? And with that we're gonna use not the indexes, but the screener, the TradingView screener, which gives you access to all the stock listed in America. And thanks to that, we can judge the strength of the market and what's the position of the technology sector. So you're going to see it's very simple. The first thing I want to show you is the NASDAQ composite, which gives you an idea of what's happening in the NASDAQ exchange. And you can see that on the long term, we are very bullish. We're in an uptrend. But in the short term, we are in a small downtrend. If you look at the moving averages, you can see we are in a downtrend with the moving averages, the short term being below the long term. And it looks like we are making a lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. That makes us in a downtrend. But we're going to see what's happening in the tech sector, because the indexes don't really give you an idea of each individual stock. It's overweight in the big market caps. So we're going to take a look at the screener. We're going to take the screener right there, stock screener. Right, you agree with me? I'm gonna screen on the daily, screen in the US markets, NASDAQ, NYSE, current over the counter. We're not gonna look at over the counter, and we're gonna check the most capitalized filter. That will select immediately. They will immediately sort all the companies by market cap. In the US, you have 5,468 stocks listed in my screener right there. And we're going to choose only the important 10 companies. So we're going to remove all the small companies from this list. We're going to go for 10 billion minimum market cap. That gives us all the companies superior to 10 billion, so we don't have all the small IPOs and very small companies that are not really interesting to us. We're going to check only the common stock, which only this asset class, because you could screen for for REITs, I believe you call for ETFs, but we don't want that. We want only the common stocks. We are removing this one, and we are going to the sector filter. I'm going to type in tech. We want the electronic technology, which is the hardware, and we want technology services, which is the software, because this is the both interesting sectors that I'm going to look at in this video, because we're talking about technology. Countries that don't matter, we could only look at the United States, but it doesn't really matter. We're looking at the stocks listed in the United States, and that's it with our filter. So you can see that from the 5,600-ish stocks we had before, we are now only at 175 matches. So really reduces the possibilities. And in this kind of stocks, we're going to see use the filter 6-month performance. As you can see right there, I'm going to filter by the most performing. There you go. If the arrow is pointing down here, it means it's going to sort this by the most performing. And you can see that over the in the list here, you have the most performing tech stocks over the last 6 months. And you can scroll down, look at every one of them. You can see that only a small fraction of them have a high performance. Only 4 of them have a performance above 30%. And most of these stocks are actually in the rangy moment. The most performing stock is ON Semiconductor Corporation. So semiconductor is a very important sector, very bullish. At least it was. It's not really strong anymore, but it used to be strong over the last 6 months. If you want to draw an arrow over the last 6 months, it would be somewhere around there. I would believe, yeah, somewhere around there for the last 6 months. So what we want to know is what's the strength of this. So we're gonna see we have 175 stocks here. We're gonna go and filter 6-month performance above 0. So how many stocks actually went up? We have 52 stocks that went up over 175. And now we're gonna go for another screening. We're gonna type in below, and we're gonna type in 0 again. Sorry, below 0 again. So 123 stocks have gone down. You have, I'm gonna write on the screen so you can see read better. You have 175 stocks in the tech sector, and out of these 175, you have 123 that went down, performance of inferior to 0% over the last 6 months. I'm gonna print that into your screen. There you go. So out of these 175 stocks in the tech sector, 123 went down over the last 6 months. So with that, it gives you an idea of what's had happened on this sector over the last 6 months. Is money getting out or is money getting in tech? You can see the stocks that have been hit the most are the most speculative ones, the trendy stocks from 2020. You have Robinhood, which was a very trendy stocks from 2020. Zoom, which was a very important COVID stock. But you can see that right now, I'm going to take my drawing tool. We're almost at the point where we were before COVID. So the value of this company is slowly getting back to what it was previously COVID. PayPal is getting destroyed. I don't know why institutions are getting out so much of PayPal, but you can see the massive volume out of earnings. You could take a look at earnings right there to give a better idea. You can see earnings slowly getting down. People are freaking out. I don't know why. SQ, which is Block Inc., which owns some speculative companies. Very interesting what's happening into tech. If you want to take a look at what's happening in the biggest market caps, I'm going to remove all of this. Get back to our most capitalized filter. It resets everything. Sector, we remove this one sector. Just type in the tech, boom, technology and electronic and technology services. And there you go, we can take a look at the 3-month performance of these companies. So this is the most capitalized technology companies that are listed in the United States, and you can look at each one of them and see how they're looking. If you want, there we're looking at more the midterm, but it also gives you an idea of what's going on. So you can see the big tech companies are look nothing like the most speculative ones, but they do not look the most bullish either. Some of them, like Facebook, are being hit very hard. You get the ASML stock. So this is very interesting way to look at the markets. Is not look at individual indexes, but look at the market as a whole and take a look at every one of the stocks you are looking. I'm doing this for tech sector, but you could do this for something else. I just wanted to share my screening routine and what I do on a regular basis to take a look at what's happening in which stocks I'm looking at. Hope you think it's interesting. If you think it's interesting, don't mind leaving a comment. I would be happy to hear what you think. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and goodbye.